Hey everyone, hope you're well. So today we are starting recording our next EP. We've got 7 songs ready to go, and today starts the process of rhythm guitar. So for rhythm guitar, we'll be using this lovely little thing. You probably recognise it from the gigs. This is my 1983 Les Paul Custom. All original apart from a refret. It's a lovely thing, and this is the guitar that is my sound. It's the sound of the band. So we've got Tim Shaw PF pickups for anyone who wants to know a little bit about that. And of course, it's quite a dark sounding guitar, which I love. So when you pair it with a nice bright amp like a Marshall Plexi or Marshall style amp, just works out lovely. And like I said, it's the sound of the band really. So every recording so far has mainly been this guitar. We will obviously layer in a couple of other guitars. As you know, I've got a fair few Les Pauls in the collection and other things. But this is the one that we start on. This is going to be the bulk of the tones you hear on the recordings. So, you know, I've got a few amps, you see the Marshalls in the background, but we've got a few extra toys here today. Ellis has brought along some extra bits of kit, so I'll get him to explain the setup in a little bit, because it's a bit above my understanding, to be honest. So we'll be using a mixture of amps, some digital gadgets, all sorts. So I'll get a close-up of that in a second for you. Alright, so there's a couple of toys here you might recognise. My Quad Cortex over here, looking nice. But Ellis has brought some goodies from the studio down. So we've got loads of other stuff, which I don't understand what we're doing with here, so I'll let him explain it.
So,
where do we start?
We've got guitar in here.
Cable in, it's a good place to start.
1 for
1 cables, we love those.
So, we're coming into input 1 on the Quad Cortex.
Yep.
So, that's then feeding these 3 inputs here.
Got it.
So, this top row, well, I don't know what you call
line,
it.
yeah,
line,
I don't know.
Line on this. So then that's the amp sound from the previous EP.
Yeah.
So we've got that as a sort of a block, so it's an EVH.
Yeah, got that on standby, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the sound from the previous EP, so we've got that as a reference. And then we've then got the same input again, but with a pitch shifter, because Andy plays in standard, but the band plays in E flat.
Yeah.
So that's then going to output 2, and I'm using that as a DI, just so it's a fancy DI box.
Yep. Good to have a DI as always.
And then I've got input 1 coming in again, but going out to output 3, which is this, also with the drop on it.
Yep.
And a gate, just a utility gate type thing, set quite low. And then that's then coming into, well, whichever pedals we're using.
Yeah, whatever pedals we need at the time.
We're using this as the main push into the amp.
Which sounds lovely, yeah. Just set pretty low, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's
the classic sort of tube screamer settings, I guess, for most people.
And then for the main rhythms, we're using the Dover
This one up here.
set like this, with gain 2 and boost.
Yeah, it sounds lovely and crisp, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then we had these in the loop for the lead
Some ambience,
parts.
yeah.
And then we're using the Hughes and Kettner for the cleans.
Yeah.
Of which we won't go through this, but we're going through the Mobius on the vintage trem setting, quite subtle.
Yeah.
But then these are then going into
torpedo in the back, because if we're actually miking these things up at the output we're playing at, it would break the house, I think, to be honest.
Yes, so and it also keeps the neighbours happy, and then
Yeah.
that's then coming into Pro Tools on the 3 inputs. So and then we're using GGD Cali cabs just to monitor through. I might change this later, but it's sounding pretty good.
Oh, it sure sounds great to me.
So you'll see here we've got the DI track, we've got DI track, we've got the Quad Cortex, the old rhythm sound, and then we've got the no cab sound ready to put GGD on.
Perfect.
For that. And then that's the bulk of it.
Yeah.
Everything's double tracked. Everything's. We did quad track on the last EP, but this EP is just sounding.
Doesn't need it, I think. Yeah, sounds full as anything. Yeah.
You can tell it's a real amp and not a digital amp.
Makes a big difference using the big toys. Yeah.
But yeah, that is it.
It's pretty much the setup. So that's what you'll be hearing. Sounds glorious. That's what I needed.
Same again the other side.
Okay, going well so far. Really happy with how things are sounding. Almost got the rhythm guitars done. Just got a few more little bits to finish off, and then we'll be switching to some of the cleaner tones on these recordings. So that means switching to single coils. Might try this on a few parts, but I'm going to go for that slightly brighter, cleaner sound. So you'll know I only own a few single coil guitars. I've got my Telecaster, which I'll grab. El's got his Chapman guitar as well, which is a lovely thing. So we're going to shoot out some single coil tones, see what suits the songs best, and go from there. I'll get some more shots of us recording.
Ready?
Yep. Alright then, so that's clean guitar done. Really happy with how it sounded. So I started off with good intentions on the single coils, and I found my way back to the humbuckers. Knew I would. So I used a mixture of guitars. You saw in the little clips earlier, Ellis's Chapman, neck pickup that was, through the Hughes and Kepner, brutally clean, lovely. A bit of ambience, not too much. We had a spring reverb and maybe a bit of slapback delay on that one, I think, and that gave it a nice kind of twang to it. I actually used a 20p coin right at the end of the track, just to really give it a nice twang on the chords. So when you listen to that when that song's released, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. Sounds lovely. Then I switched to my Black Les Paul Custom for a song called, the song name's also new to me, it's hard to remember them at this stage. Kick Me to the Dirt, love that track. So in the verse, there's a kind of broken up clean sound. I went to the middle position on the Black Les Paul Custom, which is the both pickups together, which is probably my favourite sound out of my Les Pauls at the moment, that middle position. A lot of people don't explore it enough, great tone. And yeah, then I think I stayed on the Black Les Paul Custom. I went to the neck pickup for another track called Show Me the Right Way. And that's got some nice melodic parts in the verse there. So again, you got all this to look forward to when the songs are out properly. But that's me done for a rhythm guitar. So cleans and rhythm are done. Another day, I'm going to pick up the Kramer and probably back on this guitar again for some lead guitar. I need to record a couple of solos. One on a song called Rockstar, which the name gives it away. It's going to be all over the top. So it'll be Kramer. I need 24 frets, I need the Floyd Rose, I'm going to be doing some dive bombs, doing some tapping, going all out, doing my very, very best Eddie Van Halen impression on that one, and yeah, it's going to be fun recording that. So I'll do a similar thing, I'll document the whole process like I have today. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Tomorrow we're going to get Higgy over, and we're going to put some new strings on his bass and let him loose on the tracks. Can't wait to hear what he's going to be playing, and yeah, I'll document the process again, so stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed to see the next batch of what's happening on the recordings basically. So like I said, bass tomorrow, drums will be in a couple of weeks hopefully, and then Steve will be doing his vocals to finish the tracks off. So we'll be documenting the whole process, and hopefully you enjoy the process as much as we are recording it. It's great fun, and really proud of how the tracks are coming out. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, catch you on the next video. Cheers.